This, I don't, I wasn't sure if this game was gonna be good. Now, hello and welcome to the channel. This is RG here. So, today we're gonna be talking about little Cuisine Royale, which is a battle royale, and some people say by mistake, which I think I heard that this was a joke at the table one time, and they decided to actually say, hey, let's actually do it, and here we have it. Now, first off the bat, when I play this game, lot of inspiration from PUBG, Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. Lot of inspiration. I would say probably a direct clone of it, if you will. It's so similar. Like right there, you open up the menu to loot things faster. You can actually see through the loot. You do that on PUBG when you open the the loot box or the little boxes when you kill people. Now, for me personally, I think that when enemies do die in the game, I feel like they should drop like some kind of box or something where you can just loot through it rather than going through your menu, creating this whole blur of the field where you can't see anything, putting you at risk of dying. So I mean, you gotta loot fast, you gotta know what you want fast. So I will say this about the game though. It definitely has a huge potential to get big, or at least get somewhere between, I would say, where H1Z1 was once, where Apex is kind of is right now, because Apex Legends and Fortnite is the leading in battle royale games right now. If you hear something in the gameplay, that's me talking. So, but I think the game has potential. I want to say it feels like Battlefield. It feels like Firestorm mixed. It's confusing, man. With mixed with a little bit of PUBG, because it have realistic guns and realistic recoil. It actually got more than they got World War II guns mostly. So I'm guessing this whole world was in a World War II battle zone. Now, as you can see, I was complaining about how it's confusing to actually know what ammo you're picking up. So here's how they have it in this game. In this game, there's no, like in Fortnite, there's small bullets, there's medium, and then there's heavy. Small is like, for SMGs, I believe, the pistols. Mediums for like ARs and things like that. And I believe heavy for sniper rifle, and then we have rockets for, RPGs or whatnot. In this game, it's even more a little bit confusing than PUBG, because sometimes PUBG, people don't know their, guns. They don't know the actual, what the weapon is called, or what kind of ammo it takes. Like, for example, in PUBG, if you have a, I believe a UMP takes, my goodness, I don't remember what bullet takes what, but once you practice it in the firing range, you know actually what takes what then. And plus, the game will show you ammo that it needs for that gun. So if you need ammo for the UMP, it will show ammo next to the symbol of that gun that you have that's in your inventory. This game, however, makes that all even more confusing by naming the ammo after the gun. So, for example, I believe I have a Browning M1918. The Browning M1918. In order to get ammo for that gun, you have to find ammo with the same name under that title. So if you're looking for a ammo for the Browning, you have to say Browning M918 rounds. And for me, I think that's a bit too confusing, too time consuming, too much to read, especially when you just killed somebody and you need ammo, and they may or may not have it, and you're spending time looting the gun or looting the body for that ammo that they may or may not have. By the time you figure out they may have it or have not have it, you're probably already dead or about to die, because you have to pause the game. Because here's another thing: when you kill an enemy, they die, right? They loot scatter all over the place, much like in Fortnite. But in Fortnite, you automatically pick up ammo, so you can collect as much ammo as you want. But you automatically pick up ammo. But at least you can tell what gun that you need and want to pick up because it's all bright and colorful. You can see. In this game, you don't know what that person had or what, because the loot drops everywhere. It even sometimes glitches into the ground where you can't see anything. And by you can't see anything, that makes you want to have to hit start, go in the menu, to the quick menu, to search the actual ammo that's on the side, like I just showed you guys earlier in the video. So that makes it more confusing and more time consuming, especially if you're under pressure, if you're getting shot at, you need to loot something real quick. I don't think this game is like, you know how in PUBG where you loot, some people loot the enemy and they move around to stay from getting shot. I don't think that is a thing in this game. It is, but you're going to be picking up random loot that you may or may not want. There were times where I killed somebody, I needed more ammo for my gun. I couldn't tell what ammo I had. I ended up picking up another gun entirely, swapping out my gun that I needed. For example, I needed a shotgun or ammo for the shotgun. But I accidentally picked up a different gun. So, yeah, so that's a little bit of a problem. They need to really organize that because it's a bit all over the place. Unless that, if that's their intention, then I don't see how that can be beneficial to the player. But they need to have it a little bit organized when it comes to their menu. Their UI is not bad. It's similar to PUBG, as you can see. It shows the guns, the different slots. Another thing in the game that could be a little bit confusing is that these weird like charms you get, or like these weird like slippers and angel wings and halos that you find, those are supposed to benefit the player very slightly. I think the halo stops you from taking damage inside the storm. These slippers make you, I believe they make you jump high. They're supposed to be like they're supposed to be like Greek god powers, if you will. Like for example, the Hades wings or something like that makes you run a bit faster. I don't know, the bunny slippers make you jump. I think that's just a thing. So stuff like that. And then the little bag that you have is a bag. It's like a shopping bag you carry on your wrist. It's a bit silly. It's a bit crazy. It makes your character stick out a lot. Like, it makes your character stick out a lot. So that's why it's probably a little bit easier to get a little bit kills in this game than there is any other battle royale, because you know we're in camo, especially like in PUBG. You know you're in camo and all that stuff like that. But back on the point, to touch back on the point a little bit of the little loot system, or not the loot system, but the interface. They need to fix something with the whole like picking up thing. Like I said, they need to be organized a little bit better. They need to have it where when an enemy dies, they drop like a bag. You know, since this game's trying to be really funny and things, they need to make it ready like drop like a lunch bag or something, or a lunch box, and then you can loot that box, and then you can find you can go in there and search, and then make it where the UI, or make it where the field is not blurred out, like if you were had to hit a button. Scared the shit out of me, and that did scare me. I don't know if the game does that in terms of letting someone know that someone's in a building, or if that's just pure on time. But yeah, the game's as you can see, I heard that guy coming. He came directly in and shot him. He must be pissed. So like I said, the game's actually really fun. I like it a lot. I went on Twitter to even add the developers and say, hey, add duos, and here you have duos. I don't know if that's something they was planning on doing already, or they just actually listened to me, or what. I'm not sure. But I did get a duo win yesterday with a friend, and I will upload that separately as well. I'll upload this separately. I'll probably upload all my wins on just one video. So far I have 3 wins in the game, 2 solos, 1 duo, and I'm actually having a blast with the game. Now, for those people who are saying this is a PUBG ripoff, I can say you're right. They're just giving us more BR games to play. BR games are still actually being pumped out. I'm surprised, because in some cases I thought BR games were a little bit dead. But apparently they're still a little bit live and kicking. They're not completely gone yet. They are kind of slowing down just a little bit. I guess the last very big BR game we got was Apex Legends. And then... We're right here. Oh, man. I was laughing because I was like, he ran right in here and I killed him. But yeah, it's just a pretty good game. Yes, it is a little bit of a copy of PUBG. The most, like my stupid friend saying, you could be Fortnite, and like no, like Fortnite was not even the first BR. Fortnite was pretty much the first battle royale game to take off, super crazy. But yeah, as you can see right here, I don't know what that gun he had, and I guess the purple means variants of the gun, I believe, or maybe just to let you know that hey, this is a purple gun. So as you can see here, it's confusing. It's this, what is it? The Sten MK2 ammo. I couldn't even tell what ammo it was. Like I wish they just show the ammo name. Like is it, you know, just actually name. I don't know if they're doing that because they don't want to copy PUBG too much, and that may lead into copyright territory where, you know, I heard PUBG people are suing. They try to sue Fortnite, but they decided to cancel that because they're made by the same engine game, so they canceled it altogether. But they need to do something to kind of clarify that a little bit more, like make it where, like, I don't know, they can make it where like compatible, or say, you know, something, you know, to compare it, or to, you know, make it more easier to understand. Ooh, yes, he had all. Oh yes. And as you can see, I said that because he actually had ammo for my Browning gun, which is really good. Probably one of the best guns in the game. Which I'm guessing that's the bar. It's pretty much the bar. But yeah, also clothing in the game. There's no clothes. You can only buy clothes from the shop. I don't see any clothes in the field that you can actually pick up and wear, like how it is on PUBG, where you just come in with nothing. You can just pick up, you know, the person's clothes. What else is there to talk about? Graphics. The graphics is really very good. Probably better than, actually is better than PUBG graphics. Very good graphics. Probably I would say right next to Firestorm is how pretty good it is. Not too good, you know, when it comes to like animations or, you know, face expressions, but it's, in terms of the environment, it's very good graphics. The snow looks great. The god rays look great. The lighting looks great. You know how it bounces off your metal helmet and things like that looks very fantastic. Player limit. I think the player limit is about 30 people. Could be wrong. Maybe no higher than 40. But all I've seen was maybe 30 to 35. Which is pretty good, you know. I feel like if they put 100, it would be too much. You would probably die a lot more. And actually, this guy see me and look at this. He comes over. I knew he's gonna come. Bam, dead. And to get a kill is so satisfying. But yeah, about 30 people. Yeah, about 30 people in the game, which isn't bad. You know, some people are 30 people. This game sucks. Blah blah. With 100. I feel like this game had 100 people. That would be a bit too crazy because you'll probably run into a person every couple minutes. And since it is the kind of battle royale that it is, I feel like 100 people will be a little bit too much because you'll have everybody be bunny hopping over there, or jetpacks, or everybody be like, you know, it'll be a little bit too much. If I say they could probably increase it to maybe 40, because it is a little bit lonely at the first 10 minutes of, and the game's only about, lasts you a total of about 20 minutes, 21 minutes, which is about somewhere around Call of Duty Blackout Battle Royale takes. However, PUBG takes, you know, 30 minutes, which is, I feel like, is way too long for it. But yeah, at this point I had no idea that it was like 2 people, or it was just me and another guy. But what else can I touch on? Because it's about the end here. Weapons. The weapons play pretty good. The weapons kind of, at first, the weapons feels really weird. Very weird. It feels very like, it feels realistic, but then again it feels cheap. So it feels like a Call of Duty / Battlefield feel to the guns. It doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't feel like it's trying to be too realistic. It's a bit airy when you shoot as well, so, but then after all, you should get used to it. There is no practice range. Hopefully they can add that later, a practice range, you know, you're practicing things like that. They also have classes in this game where you can play as, you know, a beast, or things like that, which I will probably touch up on a bit later. But nobody uses it. I don't really use it too much. And but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, the first impressions or review. And yeah, Yeah. Go ahead,
I didn't even know he was
subscribe.
the last one.
See y'all next time.
Oh man, getting it. I didn't even know he was the last one. What? Getting it. Getting it.